Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of our hearts be ever acceptable in your sight, O Lord, our strength and our Redeemer. Amen. Aaron, retired police lieutenant. Ruth, mother and caretaker of her husband. Kat, a reporter and community activist. Pearlie, mother, pillar of the community who ran a food shelf. Hayward, deacon and driver for those in need. Celestine, grandmother to 7. Roberta, caretaker for her brother who has leukemia. Margus, father of 3 and school bus aide. Andre, newly engaged father. Geraldine, mother of 2 and family reunion organizer. These are the people who were shot and killed by a white man in Buffalo, New York, while they were shopping at a supermarket. Why? Because they were black. Because people in our country continue to promote racist, illogical, and deceitful propaganda fueled by a daily diet of hate. The men and the women at that grocery store are part of our community, the community of the United States. They were innocent and they were gunned down. Imagine you had a relative, a close relative, shopping at Kowalski's, and they were gunned down. What would you do? Who would you call? Where would you turn? Are you angry that black people, American citizens who are part of the fabric of our community, continue to be threatened and killed just because of the color of their skin? Do you feel like there's no hope and there's nothing you can do to stop it? Where is the good news in all of this? Deep down, people kill out of fear because they're afraid of the other, the thing that is not like them. They think that that person is going to take away their job, threaten their life, or somehow defile them. These are, of course, lies. I'll repeat that. These are lies. But fear is a very powerful motivator. Again, I ask, where is the good news in all of this? Let's consider today's gospel and the man who had lain by the side of the pool for 38 years. He laid there, day after day, month after month, year after year. As far as we can tell, he never would have made it to the pool to be healed. This was a life sentence. Yet he is an interesting case of hope intermingled with hopelessness. He had hope, or he never would have come to the pool of Bethesda. Yet once there, he had no hope of getting to the water first. His fixation on the pool was an illusion. The sick man does what we nearly all do. He limits God to what we can imagine. In fearing there is no hope left for us and our fellow citizens, black or white, we too limit God, just like the sick man. We let our circumstances control us. Like this man, we run the risk of creating our own limiting pools of Bethesda. We think our life is nothing more than our circumstances. It deceives us into believing that life is to be found outside us. We trick ourselves into living as an as soon as life. As soon as I get this promotion, or as soon as I get over this grief, or as soon as I lose 10 pounds, everything will be better. My problems will go away, and I can work to make the world a better place to help my fellow brothers and sisters. As soon as the water bubbles and I get to the pool, I'll get well, and then I'll speak out. But that's not how the man was healed, And that's not how we can be healed. The man was healed because he responded in faith and did exactly what Jesus told him to do, even though a moment before that was impossible. Jesus told him, "Get up, take your bed, and walk." And the man doubled up his couch and walked. He did what he was told to do because he believed in the man who spoke to him. His circumstances are real. The difference is now he carries them. His circumstances no longer define him. Jesus doesn't change our outer circumstances. We'll still have to think about that promotion or carry that 10 pounds. He changes us. He calls us into a new way of being. And when we stand and rise to that new life, we discover that we have somehow changed. That doesn't necessarily make life easy or mean that we no longer have to deal with the circumstances of life. It makes our circumstances more manageable, and we engage it in a different way. The pool of Bethesda is drained of its power over us. Inertia gives way to creativity. Once stagnant waters now bubble with new life. Are you sitting on your mat? Are you looking for a pool of Bethesda? Do you want to be made well? Because if you do, you may need to step out of your comfort zone and take a leap of faith and venture out into the unknown. So, how do we accept the hope of Jesus and work to heal the racial divide in our nation? How do we stand up from our mats of indifference and privilege and do something about Buffalo? You've already been told to listen, attend meetings, march in rallies, and educate yourself. Do those things. But I'm going to offer another way to do that work, another way that we can learn. This being my last internship Sunday here, and it's very hard, I want to leave Nativity with a gift. My internship has been the best experience I could have ever hoped for. You were welcoming, kind, and grace-filled. And it's lovely to finally be able to see the lower half of your face. I truly want to give you something in return. So in the fellowship hall, when we go out, you will find some books on the table, some written by Black authors, others by white people passing as Black to see what it would look like. Some are fiction, some are nonfiction. There's something for everyone. They are yours as my gift to you. Pick one up, read it, think about it, and give it away to someone else, telling them what you learned or what surprised you or what sickened you. Reading will help us to understand the fear and anxiety and daily trauma our Black brothers and sisters live with. This is a subversive protest. As Dana said to me, practice micro-love, and it will have a repercussive effect on the world. Read a book because you want to live without fear, live in the hope of Jesus Christ, and change the world. Read a book because you want to start the pool a-bubbling. Read a book because you want to get off your mat and help heal the world. Amen.